Hello everyone, and welcome to Angular 11 for Beginners. In this course, we're going to learn the basics of Angular, and we're going to focus on three important pieces: components, routing, and services. We're going to have a fun project where you're going to build your own website from scratch using Angular, and it's going to be dynamic, so it'll be pretty fun. So let's talk about more of the types of things that we're going to learn. Before we get started, I first just want to mention that if you want to see more content like this outside of Skillshare, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, C+ Hacker. On there, I do lots of different computer tutorials along with some programming tutorials. So let's see what you should know. Before you start this course, you should probably have a basic understanding of HTML and CSS, as well as JavaScript. Now, TypeScript is not required, but is recommended. But I should let you know that I myself learned Angular without a previous knowledge of TypeScript, and it's worked out all right. In this course, I'm going to go through any basic TypeScript that we use and explain in detail how it works so that you understand it. So there are some tools that you're going to need. You'll need Visual Studio Code or any other editor such as Atom, Sublime, things like that. It's your choice, it doesn't really matter, but I highly recommend that you get a good code editor with syntax highlighting. It's going to help you a lot. I especially recommend Visual Studio Code with its Angular extensions because they really help with auto-completion in Angular. It helps with a lot of things. Now, you'll also need a terminal such as Git Bash. I believe you can use command prompt, but what you'll need this terminal for is running the Angular CLI, or the command line interface, which is essentially going to have various commands to help us run and do things with our Angular app. So, our first lesson, we're going to be creating a new project and downloading the Angular CLI. I'm going to go through all of the steps so that you understand it really well. And if you've never used a terminal, you don't have to worry. It's not too difficult. And then the second lesson is we're going to learn the file structure. This should be pretty quick, but there's a lot of files in an Angular project, and we're just going to go through generally what each one does. How to set up your development environment, essentially how to have your terminal running your application so that every time you make edits, it automatically refreshes your web browser, things like that. We're going to talk about components. This is really important. This is essentially all the various pieces on the web page that we can create, and each component can be dynamic. Then routing. Routing is, you can think of this like navigation. It's essentially which components we show at certain times and in certain places. Finally, services. Services are kind of the hidden logic behind your application. They allow you to do certain things like logging in, managing different parts of the application. We're not going to go terribly deep into services, but I do want to give you kind of a general overview. And now for our final project. We're going to create a simple website with navigation and routing. And this is something that we're going to be doing throughout the course. This is the project that I'll be guiding you along. And you're welcome to create, in fact, you're encouraged to create your own application after the course and publish it to this Skillshare page so that others can see your awesome creations. And feel free to make the project your own. I'm here to guide you and teach you how it works, but the creativity, that's up to you. You can do whatever you want with it. And so I hope you guys get a lot out of this course. I'm really excited to be working with you and be teaching you. I think Angular is a really fun JavaScript framework. And so I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the first video.